Boom, boom, this everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Alright, so we have got King's Raid up. I'm having a blast with this game, guys. It's just it's a really nice game. I like the fact that there's just tons of stuff to do. Literally tons of stuff. And the way it's set up, it's a gacha collector, and you can collect gacha. You collect the characters, but the characters are easily accessible. You can get just pretty much every single character. If you can spend currency, or you can just get it through draws or something like that. So the thing you need to worry about on King's Raid is you need eight players, and let me tell you why you need eight people for your team, and it's because of the dragons. The dragon raid is where you get your best stuff at. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a stage one here. Do a single. So what you need to do when you do a dragon raid is you need to have 4 teams. You have a sub team. This is my max team right here, and then you have to have a secondary team to run on the back side. So and that's the way that you run the game. So what I did was I focused on one team. I went ahead and made up my first team. Was really not a thought out team in terms of what's good for in-game content. Because of the way this game's laid out, I went ahead and just went with what they gave me. In this case, I got 2: Max, Limit Break, Dark Lord, Cassell, and Fallen Frey, which are from the event. And you do I think I do the third level through the story mode, and you'll be given those characters free of charge. They are fully maxed, fully limit broke. You just have to level them up. That's all you got to do. And that's what I'm in the process of right now. I've got them up to 84. I think max is like 90. So 6 more, and they'll be fully maxed. But as you can see in the raid, you need to have 2 teams. One is the main team that you see on the screen here, and the second team is your max team. So I'm just letting this run on auto. I'm not sure I'll be able to actually beat it on auto. The Dark Dragon is the hardest of the dragons to beat, so I'm not exactly sure I'll be able to complete this. I've completed the fire, completed the poison, and the frost. I'm up to the level 2 dragons on those, but I'm not able to sure I'll beat this, because this one right here is he's a pretty nasty a dragon. The dark one is, so I might actually be able to knock him down here. I'm still got my main team, still got some pretty good health. Fallen Frey's an excellent healer. She makes things a lot easier. The problem with the dark is because he has minions at the same time, and the others are separated. You go through the dragon, you get him halfway down, go through a couple levels of minions, and then you get him again at the end. So it's just you're just facing a dragon, and a dragon by himself. There's nothing around to assist him. The Dark Dragon is not like that. As you can see, the Dark Dragon has minions out while he's out at the same time. Plus, there's stones and stuff up that give him a buff that you want to take down. But it looks like I'm going to have enough to beat him, so which is pretty good. But as you can see, you need to have 2 teams. I got Celine there. She's got an awakened. I got her unique weapon, and I've got it awakened with 1. And I've got Dark Lord Cassell's soul weapon. It's been enhanced with the soul crystal from Wukong's temple. So yeah, as you can see, it's just impossible to explain this game to you guys. There is just so much stuff going on. So what we'll try to do is we'll just start out with characters that you should be looking for. And as you can see, you're getting your T7 loots here. I'm getting T8 loot in the actual level 8. So this is just working up to get to the 2nd level, so I can actually start getting higher dragons, because you're going to get a lot of good gear from there. But one of the things I like about the game is they give you a lot of good weapons. You get a lot of free tickets and stuff that they give you just from joining the game. So I got a bunch of consumables. As you can see, I've got some T6 legendary gear, and right here they give you a T8 Swift Darkness gear set. This is like one of the best sets in the game right here. So they'll give you get a ticket for that, and then I've got a T7 Swift Gear Darkness. So I've got 2 top of the line set sockets put on my peeps, and that's what I'm going to do once I get them maxed out, which should be pretty quick. But as you can see, they just give you a lot of stuff. There's runes and stuff, which is what I have to be focusing on. And then they've got all the things, and it's what you can see. They give you a number of items. See, I've got this Age of Volcano's Heart, which is a legendary piece of equipment, and I have enough. I have enough that I can actually awaken it twice because I have duplicates. So they don't skimp on the stuff. They'll give you what you need to make some really good armor equipment, armor sets here, and you get that just from playing the regular levels. In 8, I think it starts at 8. I think it starts at 8. I want to say 8:11, but I'm not sure about that. It's somewhere in 8 here where you start getting legendary T8 equipment. Let's see where it is. I think it's 11. Yes, you start getting T8 equipment at 8:11. This is the good stuff. This is the good stuff. So story mode 8:11 on, you're going to start getting legendary equipment. Okay, so in the game, you don't got to go special raid. I mean, you go to the raid and get special nice stuff, but you can get T8 equipment in the game, which is almost top of the line. Wrong button there. So that's what I like about the game, is the fact that the equipment's going to be easy to obtain, so that you can get excellent sets for these guys. And that's my next. Now that I've got my teams and I've got them leveled up, now that's what I'm going to start focusing on now. So my main team is, like I said, I didn't start out with. I started with what they gave me. They're having a special event where you could get Fallen Frey and Dark Lord Cassell. And as you can see, I've already got his max. This is his soul weapon, Holy Sword A, and I've already got it. I got the special. I went to the Wukong and I managed to get lucky and draw a soul stone, so I was able to soul advance the weapon, which is why it's got that starbot, and this allows me to utilize it inside game. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to start working on getting. I got to get Frey's weapon here. The event's still up, and it'll be up until the first week of July. I think it's up to like the 7th. But I have to get to story mode 9 before I can actually advance farther in the event. And I'm halfway through 8, so I'm almost there. I should be able to do it. I've been putting a little bit of time into it. But then I went ahead and chose Tali just because I thought she was pretty cool, Tali. And I chose Zara because she was pretty cool. So these are nice characters, don't get me wrong, but they're not actually the characters. Because this event's going on, that's what I went for. But if this event was not going on, I would be choosing Maruru, Celine. Celine you'll get free in the game. Maruru you get a 2-star ticket and you can choose her, and then Cassell, you get him, Kloss, you get him free in the game too, early. He's one of the best tanks in the game. So him, and then I'm using Kayn. He's in the temple there. So yeah, you want to make sure that you can get it. So that's the team that you're getting. In the Temple of the God King is where you get Kayn, and he is actually, this is where you utilize your weapons, and you go into Soul Judgment, and once you get 200 you make a draw, and then you get occasionally, very very rarely, you'll get a Soul Stone. And I have Protection of the God King, which is an item that you can get inside the event, which allows me to choose. So normally when you get a Soul Stone, you don't get a choice. I actually get a choice to choose which type of Soul Stone I want, which is nice 4 or 3 times. And that is in, if you want to get that, and I would suggest that you do, you get that by going to the main screen, going into the main city, which is Orville, and go inside Orville, and go inside. I'll just go to the main. I'll just go to the main quest, and I'll show you the city. Okay, so you go to Orville. This is the main city right here, and you go to the event, and go into the story dungeon, episode Cycle of Fate, and go into the story dungeon. Okay, you run this story dungeon. See, you can't get the really good stuff until you get to right here, but you have to get the chapter 9. After you have to clear chapter 9 before you can advance on these further things, which I'm trying to do. Right now, I'm only up to the, so I'm working through that right now. But you run this, and you get these. Each time you run this, you get 50, and then you take those back to the send gift, and then you send these gifts to Fallen Frey, and you get some stamina. You get a unique weapon, and right here is that item, the protection of the Soul King I was talking about. This right here is where you get that at. Okay, and then you can get some more Soul Judgment, and you can get a unique weapon, unique treasure ticket here that you can use for anybody. So yeah, and then so that's what you get when you go in this. So you want to do that. You make sure you want to clear this out, definitely, because right here, this is a chance to choose the unique weapon, which I chose for Dark Lord Cassel. You could choose it for Dark Lord or Fallen Frey. At the time, I decided to use it for Cassel because he's on the front line, so I wanted to give him a powerful weapon. He's my main damage dealer, so I wanted to make sure he was the strongest he could be, and he just shreds with that item. So yeah, so that's what's up. So, but yeah, they've got a lot of stuff going on here, and there's a lot of characters. You can get the characters if you want. I would not suggest spending crystals on the heroes, but if you want to, right here they all are. Okay, they're all in here. Pretty much every character in the game that you, let me rephrase that, every character that you don't get for free by playing the game, you can get them in here. Okay, but unfortunately they're all 6,000, so that's just the way it is. But if you want to get them, they're right here. So and they give you a bunch of gems. They've got an event going on right now, a ruby event going on right now, which is just amazing. So it's right here. So when you log on the first day, they're going to give you, you're going to get 500, day 2, 500. You get up to 10,000 rubies. So that's enough to almost buy two of them if you wanted to. Not to mention the bunches of first-time login rewards that they give you. I think you get like 5,000 for that. So yeah, there's a bunch of things that you could do them on. I just attained World Boss 10 times. So I got some gold. So I have not found. Yeah, I've got an almost max team, and I've got my second team almost maxed out as well. I'm in the process of limit breaking them. And they're giving me the mats and the gold. I've got 248 million gold, tons of stamina, and I run at least 1,000 stamina a day, just doing, running, leveling up my characters and the EXP levels that they have stored throughout the store. Each story level has one slot which you can just set your character and auto repeat, which is mainly an XP. You get high XP on that particular level. The one I've been running right now is on 6 or 7, is it? I can't remember which one. It's on 5. That's what, because they're like level 60. So you just set here right on this one. It says XP, and you can just set here, and you just get ready for battle. This is what I've been running to get Selene up. The Maruru and Klaus, I've got her in there just for healing at the moment, and I've been manually leveling up Kain to go on the outside to make my 4th player. And then you can just set on here, and you can do auto repeat if you want to, and you can just repeat it over and over and over and over again. And you get an XP as you do it. So I just let it and set it run off to the side and see how it does. But and I'm running it on BlueStacks, and it runs fine on BlueStacks. I haven't had any trouble with it. But this is the way, and you can level your characters up, and you can level your characters up with the EX potions. You get free EXP potions throughout the game as well. As you can see, Klaus is holding his own, and this is level 5. So yeah, didn't take any trouble at all. Probably actually moving up to 6 because they did that quite easy, and nobody even got close to dying. So they're probably ready for 6. Let's go ahead and pop them out and put them 6. And you can see Essence, which right here is for limit breaking, as well as some T5 equipment, which you can break down for gold dust, and then you can use that gold dust to awaken and strengthen your higher level items. So everything has its use in the game. Um, it has a very there's a lot of places you can do, a lot of dungeons that you can run once you get into higher levels, and there always a bunch of stuff to do. This game has a large amount of in-game content. I've never seen so much in-game content before. It's just amazing how much stuff that you can do after you've max leveled your characters. So let's give this a try and see if I get wiped or not. So this is 6, and as you can see, this one here, this is it. This is the XP stage right here. So let's just plop down on that beast and see if this guy wipes me or if I'm able to beat him. But like I say, I just picked up Maruru. I just picked up Maruru 2 days ago, and she's already at 60. So it's very fast, limit breaking, and performing the awakenings and stuff is very fast. This does not take a lot of time at all. So let's see what we got here. This guy has a shell, so you have to break through his shell. Klaus is holding his own. Maruru's holding her own fine. Fallen Frey's healing. Celine's doing her damage. As you can see, Celine's got a awakened unique weapon, which is why she's max damage, 23 million damage. She's pretty much doing all my damage, which is what she's supposed to. That's what I've got her in there for. Is because her weapon is awakened. She's got her unique T10 weapon, and I've got it awakened. And I did that with tickets that were given to me free when I started the game. Okay? You're going to get choices for your unique weapons for your characters. So you want to make sure you plot out exactly what you want to do. So that, that's why I'm giving you an idea. So a good first team is Klaus, Maruru, Celine, and then a healer. I'm using Fallen Frey because I got her at 5. You get her in the event for free. So, and she's already fully limit broke, already fully, already got all of her transcendence points. So you might as well just use her. So I'm using her for that. There's another. If you don't want to use her, another one's Annette. Annette is a very good healer. So I would suggest you can get her and put her in there. You can get her and purchase her in the thing if you want. But yeah, so you can put that in. So that's a good team. Like I say, I took with what they gave me. So that's why I'm using it. And I chose Zero just because I thought she was cool looking. Okay. And I chose Taily just because, I needed a tank. And, at that time I didn't know that Klaus was actually that good. I'd already had Klaus. But I didn't know he was that good because when you get him, he's a 3-star and you get him at the beginning of the game almost. I think in like chapter 2 or at the end of chapter 1 or something like that, the middle of chapter 1, somewhere around the end of 1 or middle of 1, very beginning of 2, and he's a 3-star, and I was like, okay, I had no idea that they were going to give you one of the best tanks in the game just for free like that, but they did. So I went and got Taily because I just thought she was look cool. Taily's an okay tank, but she's not as good as Klaus when it comes to tanking. But I went for Taily. One of the reasons I went for Taily is because I got her weapon. You get a ticket and you get 2 unique weapons that you can draw, and you get, so I got her weapon. It was, her unique weapon, Proper Perseverance for Chica. Okay, so that's why I've got it on her, so I might as well use her. She does a good job. She doesn't die very often. She's keeping me alive in the upper levels. Because Klaus is not quite ready there. Klaus is still only at level break limit 1, and I've got Taily up to 4. So all these, Frey and Kasur, you get them like this. They're already at 5. I already have their transcendence perks. You just have to pick what you want to use them on, and so forth and so on. So yeah, but this is it. So from Klaus up is what I'm using as my 2 teams. I'm dealing like 400,000 damage on world boss, so I'm happy, all this stuff is basically characters that you can get easily throughout the game. There's nothing I have not seen any blocks yet, any roadblocks. If you need more essence material, they give you a bunch of it for free. But if you need more of it, you can just go to the town. Go to Orville, and you go into the Stockade Vault, and this is where you do your dailies. You get four into this a day, and right here they got the fragments right here. You know, I've been doing skill books and EXP to get my second team up, but Fragment Dungeon right here is where you get the essences at. So you can run, you know, you can get some essences daily. So there is no, you know, it's not like where you have to farm it to the point where you just get lucky, but you will get these essences on that XP level. They will throw essences at you, so when you auto repeat it, you're going to get essences there, and you can get the essences here in the Fragment Dungeon. So there's not a limit onto, you know, however much time you put in the game is how much time you're actually going to be able, how fast you'll be able to limit up your characters. All of these, Taily, Zira, Maruru, Celine, Kane, Klaus. I manually leveled those guys up myself and transcended them. I was going to go ahead and do. I wasn't sure who I was going to go for with my next one. I was thinking about doing Celine since she's got the massive weapon. I should probably focus on getting her up. But I like Maruru because she has a lot of crowd control. But yeah, so you know, it's very easy. You just open up the character and you can see your transcendence materials that you need. I've got 400 and 200, running a little bit low on that one. But as you can see, I've got more than enough to do the transcendence. And just hit transcend, it'll take you, and that's how you limit break. Okay. And I've got her weapon. As you can see, I've got 1 star on it, which means it's, you know, you get this to 3 star and it's massive damage. I've got her, and I've got her treasure, a unique treasure for her. This increases her attack speed and damage to non-hero enemies by 2. You're going to fight a lot of non-heroes. Pretty much everything you're just about fighting is non-hero. So yeah, so as you can see, the only thing I haven't really focused on much is runes right yet. That's going to be when I focus on getting the final kit and the final armor that I want, then I'll put a rune in it. And I've got a bunch of runes. They give you a bunch of runes for free. So you'll have a lot of runes to use in your inventory, and you go to your runes page. As you can see, I've got, you know, these are top of the line runes here. These are ancient runes, which are the high level ones. And you got, you know, penetration, which is, you know, so I got runes coming out the yin yang. So easily can do runes. I've still got, you know, still got all kinds of stuff that I can use here. I've got these will just, like, this is allow me to random, so I can open up this and get some more ancient runes. So they're going to give you a lot of stuff, and you know, as long as you play the game and go through this, you'll get this stuff for free, and you'll be able to use that. Okay, so yeah, these are kinship rates here. If you want to get, you can actually get the NPCs. For instance, if you go to May's shop over here, so you go into May's shop. This is the NPC May, but you can actually get May just by giving them rewards and stuff. You got to get 10,000. So that's only, you know, that's 1500. So 6 5s are 3. So 6 5s are 3. So that's going to give me almost enough to actually hire her if I wanted to. I know not 10,000. You need, oh, that's 100,000. A lot more than I have. So gonna need a long time to get her, but you can actually get them right here and claim them. And I'm not gonna give her any present yet, but so you can actually get May to be one of your teammates, just like anything else. So she's a priest. You know, if you want to get a healer, maybe you can, you know, go for May. I don't, you know, I've got Fallen Frey as my healer, and I'm fine with that. And I've got Annette is another good healer if you want to get in there. As is I think Refi is another pretty good healer too, which is little like furry, squirrely rat-looking thing character that's in there. Again, you'll find all of these inside the special shop under the Heroes tab. So yeah, so you know, there's several. You can, here's a healer. There's Lavril. There's some really good heroes. Lucius. I think Laius, is it Laius? I'm not sure if I'm saying that. It's like Laias, I believe is her name. She's also a very good healer. Artemia is quite well too. She's a mage. So, but yeah, there's you know, Audie, Ricardo, Priscilla, Luisa. So see all the characters that you can pretty much use. Here's Annette. There she is. Lay. I can't say. She's like the best, one of the best healers in the game. Um, Flow of Water. She does excellent healing. Um, and you can recover mana and magic defense. And then she's got a bunch of healing. Heals our allies. So she's a good one if you want to get her Holy Priestess of Water Leyes. So yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff good in there. So there's really good characters, but those are the characters that you want to focus on. In terms of if you don't have, but this with this event, it's best to just log on, hop in here with the base characters. I got Kloss and Fallen Frey with base characters. I did not have to build a team to do it. I just went in and did the first 3 of the story mode and I got them, and I've been focusing on them ever since. So it's this is definitely a time that if you want to get into it, this is definitely a time to do it. Okay, so that's it for King's Raid. So go ahead and put a like on the video if you like it, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Remember to click on the bell ding ding beside it, and you'll be notified whenever I drop a video. This is Ken Rare in the Corner, signing out.